Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If y'all don't know already, my name is Ty, also known as Leaks Art. And if you're not subscribed to me already, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Subscribe to me. Now that we got that squared away, grab some snacks, sit down somewhere, and let's get into the video. As always, while I'm yapping, please enjoy this time lapse of me drawing this background. I'm not really that good at drawing backgrounds. This one's good. I like this one a lot because I've really been working hard at drawing backgrounds. So let me know in the comments what you think after this video on how I did with this background. So today we're going to be talking about why I got into art, who got me into art, and why I chose it as a career path. So a little bit of a story time about, my younger days. So when I was like 3, I was going to Head Start. If y'all don't know what Head Start is, it's basically like before pre-K. I skipped pre-K and went to kindergarten after Head Start because I was, above that pre-K level. And plus I was just old enough to go to kindergarten early. So I was already learning how to read and write my name by the age of 3. So my mom would had me sit at the table some days and practice writing my name. So just like any other kid, I was, writing my name. I got good at writing my name. I learned how to spell my middle name and my last name. And once I got to where I was fully writing my name out, we learned, more complex things. So from there, I learned how to draw shapes. And they didn't teach me how to draw shapes in Head Start, but my mom taught me how to draw shapes. And I think what got me into art was learning how to draw a star. When my mom sat there at the table with me and drew a star right in front of me, I thought that was the coolest thing on the earth. And I wanted to learn how to draw it. So she sat there and taught me how to draw a star, just like, anybody would draw a star. And I would sit there and draw stars all day once I learned how to do it. And I'd fill up a page just full of stars. And from that, I just kept drawing different things to see what other shapes I could draw. I think it was when I got to kindergarten and got into actually art class, when I was learning how to draw different things, I knew that I was going to be great at art. And it wasn't like one of those little kid things where it's like, oh, I like drawing, this is what I like, and I'm going to be good at it just like everybody else is. No, I knew that I was going to be great if I just kept doing it. And from there, I just kind of explored every type of art there was, except for digital art, because my parents would not get me a tablet. But
Stupid bitch.
that was earlier on in my days. But anyways, I just loved art. I would do nothing but sit on the floor. I would lay on the floor and draw. I would ask for pen and paper for my birthday, Christmas, Easter. Anytime there was paper available to me and a pen or a pencil or some crayons or some markers, I would ask for it. I didn't ask for nothing else. I didn't want toys. I didn't want normal things that kids would want to play with. I just wanted paper. My parents probably spent a lot of money on printer paper just so I can draw. When I got into middle school through high school, my schools offered advanced art classes to people who are more gifted in art, and it was only a select few of us, and I've seen people come and go from advanced art because they just didn't want to do it anymore. But I don't remember taking a regular art class beyond 5th grade. And from there, I was always considered the best in my grade at art. And then eventually it went from being the best in my grade to the best in the school. And that just pumped me up so much. And I never had a big ego about it until like recently, only because I've gotten so good. And my ego isn't because like I'm just bragging about how good I am. I personally think that my art could always use more work, but it's just, you know, I'm not bragging. It's more of just expressing how proud I am of myself, of how far I've come. I'm not gonna lie, art got a little boring and like a little too much in like high school, because my high school would always have like art shows and art galleries that we have like set up in the gym and stuff, and we'd have art contests and like we'd win prizes for like the best art. And at that point I was just always winning, so it got kind of boring, and it got kind of, you know, just like I was always not excited to go to these art things. I stopped doing the art galleries and stuff that we had at our school because I just felt like giving somebody else a chance to win for once, because it just got a little repetitive, and I don't like repetition when it comes to like winning things, because I didn't want people to, you know, come to me and be like, oh, you know, why don't you let somebody else have a turn, or you're just being a show out and you're just in it for the money. And I was never in art for the money until like recently. Like, I love art, don't get me wrong, I'm not in it just for the money. I'm in it because I am very passionate about it, and I want to, you know, grow my art as well as teach and help you guys or just other people in the world become artists if y'all want, because I didn't really have any help doing it. I was self-taught when it comes to art, but if I can teach somebody what I know, that just means that I'm making somebody better at what they want to do with art. Before I left high school, I basically became the guy that everybody came to if they needed something for art related purposes. For example, when I was a senior, graduation caps, there was like 2 or 3 people that wanted me to decorate their caps for them, and they paid me too. So I was getting paid to do, you know, it was kind of like commissions, but it was graduation caps. So graduation caps was pretty big for me. I made the design for our prom tickets. I wish I would have gotten free prom tickets out of it. I didn't get nothing out of it, but you know, I got a pat on the back, which kind of made me happy, because I like when my art is recognized as good. And when everybody saw the design, they were like so amazed at what I did that there were other people asking me like, oh, can you do this, can you do that? And like, I was getting paid for it. I was helping people paint their parking spots, because seniors got to paint their parking spots. Mine was like Pixar related, because I just love Pixar so much. When I got into college, it was kind of like a fresh start for me with art, because I was around other people who did art all the time and were just like me, but like they didn't know who I was when it came to my art, so they didn't have like this biased opinion thinking that like, you know, my art is automatically good, and like I didn't feel like I was dealing with too much when it came to making art. And I just, it felt so nice to have a restart. And when I mean biased opinions, I'm just talking about like back in my hometown, everybody thought I was the best at art. So I could never get real opinions on what people thought about my art, because everybody just thought it was great. So when I got to college, when I asked people like, what do you think about my art? They're like, oh, it's good, but you can work on this more, or I would like to see more of this out of you. And it was just so refreshing hearing a real opinion when it came to my art, because that only made me better. So I didn't really get any commissions or anything, or people asking me to draw stuff like freshman year of college, but I did have a couple people ask me to draw stuff once they got to know like who I was and what type of art style I was putting out there to everyone. In sophomore year, the beginning of sophomore year, my track coach reached out to me, and she owns an apple company. Shout out to Snapdragon, they have really good apples. I'm personally allergic to apples, but like they don't really make my face swell up or anything, they just make my mouth itch. So I would eat apples occasionally, but I would just have to have a lot of water with them. But their apples are really good. Really big apples actually, but that's besides the point. So she needed not a logo, but a kind of like character, like a mascot. So I came up with this little dragon, and they call him Snappy, and I got quite a bit of money from that, and that was my first like big commission that I got paid from. And fast forward to today, she reached out to me again to make another like character design based off the mascot that they made based off of my original character that I made for them. Like I said in the previous video about finding my art style, I didn't have a real defined art style during that time, so I didn't really get any more commissions other than that one from that point on, because a lot of people didn't see a lot of my art unless it was like in class or something. But I didn't post that much on Instagram during that time. And then once I found my art style, I just started posting stuff constantly. And it was just, sophomore year was also a really busy year for me. As an animation student, we have to make, a 15-second film, and it's kind of like, going into junior year, we have to, have this film done at the end of sophomore year, and it was just a lot of stress. So I didn't really make art for people at that time. I kind of like closed my commissions. But junior year, I had got a couple commissions, but other than that, I didn't start really getting out there and getting all the opportunities I have now until this summer. Speaking of opportunities, I just want to share a quick, list of the opportunities I have now obtained since I've became a senior. And senior year hasn't even started yet. So, aside from working on my senior film, which I already told y'all about, look out for it. It's coming out sometime, probably summer of 2025. It's gonna be done in spring, early spring, but I have to send it through, film festivals and stuff. So I probably can't show y'all till like the fall, if that, of 2025. But that's gonna be a big thing. So I will probably make a video on updates about that. Another thing, I recently became a character designer. Well, not character designer, illustrator for a new show that will be coming out. We're starting a Kickstarter campaign for it right now, and the show is called Flock and Roll. If y'all stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm going to put a video of our Kickstarter campaign explaining what the show is, because I can't explain it better than the creators themselves. So I'm going to let y'all listen and show y'all what the show is about. I'm going to link everything at the bottom of this video, so don't worry, everything will be listed. Our official Instagram, our Kickstarter, our GoFundMe, anything helps towards making the show a reality. I know it's going to be a great show, and I know you guys are going to love it. Here's just a couple character sheets I've created for the show already. If y'all like these are posted on both our official Instagram for the show and my Instagram itself. So if y'all want to go like those and follow me and follow the show Instagram, that will be in the link as well. All right, man, I'm about to, stop yapping and let y'all watch this video. I'm just going to do my outro now, just so I can leave y'all with this video, and y'all can, hurry on over to our Kickstarter and GoFundMe. So, yeah, I hope you like my speed draw of this background. I worked very hard on it. I think it took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to actually do. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, let me know if you like it. Let me know any suggestions on what you want to see next, what you want to hear next, what you want to see me draw. Anything helps. I want to be here for y'all entertainment and, open your eyes to more art. Thank y'all for tuning in to another video. I love y'all. Have a blessed day. And without further ado, here's Flock and Roll.
What's up? My name's Sam.
And I'm Rockin' Robin.
And we're here to tell you about our new show,
Flock and Roll.
Okay, so About a year ago, I was sketching on the clock during a slow day at work when me and my coworkers started coming up with names and personalities for a punk rock band made up of birds. Yeah, somewhere in the sludge of bird puns and jokes, I realized this could be something real. A show which followed the band and the trials and tribulations that come with trying to make it as a young and unknown group of artists. So I partnered up with my good friend Colin Christek, and we created Chicken Wing Productions LLC, a company designed to create original, engaging artwork, the type of artwork that we want to see more of in the world.
We hope that this company can be the source of not only great and entertaining art, but also amplify artistic voices and create jobs for other local creatives interested in the type of work that we do.
The show Flock and Roll tells the story of the band I started in high school with my best friend Whiplash Woodpecker. Our band was called Fight or Flight, and it brought 5 of the flyest, most punk birds together to flock and roll, baby.
The first season of this show will follow the band in their hometown of Winchester, Illinois, as they play dead-end gigs and learn to operate together as a team. Now, as the season goes on, tensions throughout the band will put a strain on the group and threaten its very existence.
Let's meet the birds that make up Fight or Flight. You've already met Rockin' Robin, frontman and lead guitarist. He's an angsty yet upbeat aspiring rock star who wants to keep his band together at all costs.
Punk Penguin is the young and talented screamer for the band, filling the stage with bird calls and screaming out bird facts.
Harmony Hummingbird is the tiny mountain gem on the keys for Fight or Flight. She's a wild party girl with a deceptively small frame.
Funky Falcon is the bass guitarist, holding down the groove during concerts. He's the oldest in the band with the most professional experience and a subsequent wealth of crazy stories to share.
Whiplash Woodpecker is the drummer for Fight or Flight. It was his idea to start this band with Robin, and the two of them unofficially share the title of band leader. However, Whiplash views the band as his own personal artistic project and protects its integrity as such. We have an artistically daring approach in mind for the look of the show. Our birds are colorful, with vibrant looks and personalities, but the show is set in the heart of the American Midwest. To highlight this contrast, we want our bird characters to be 2D animated characters that interact with gritty live-action footage. The style is akin to media such as The Muppets, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Space Jam. We are creating test footage throughout this campaign to demonstrate the technique and prove the look of the show. Once funding is raised, we look forward to refining the style and pushing the boundaries of what TV can be. The first step in turning this show into a reality is to create a compelling Flock and Roll pilot. We scripted out a 10-minute test film which shows the character, style, and humor of the show. It features all 5 of our band members as they play an opening gig for a less than welcoming audience. In this film, we also meet Mr. Kowalski, the band's manager, as well as Rita Robin, Rockin' Robin's younger sister.
In order to produce the pilot, we would like to professionally record both the Flock and Roll theme song and The Woodpecker, a song tuned to the sound of the band as they'll be heard in the first season. Both of these songs will be featured in our pilot film. Our goal for this campaign is to raise $10,000 to fund the production of the Flock and Roll pilot. We will be promoting the show and releasing content all summer and announcing an official budget once the campaign has been completed and we begin production of the pilot. Key costs of production include casting voice actors, recording our 2 songs, shooting our live-action footage, creating quality character and effect animation, and editing everything together into a cohesive final product. If you're interested in keeping up with the show and our progress, feel free to give us a follow on any or all of your favorite social media platforms. And be sure to check out our brand new website at www.flockandroll.com.
Now, whether you're just finding us for the first time or if you've been a part of the Bird Brigade since day one, we are absolutely thrilled to have you along with us for this exciting journey. Scan the QR code or click the link below to access our link tree and find all of our social media and crowdfunding platforms. Any form of engagement helps, so like, share, follow, comment, and definitely you can donate if you have the means to do so.
Just remember what they always say, birds of a feather rock together.